Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the first edition of this 2020 season, the Power Rankings edition. Going to be filming these live every Sunday and then posting them on Monday. It's just going to be my opinion based on what's going on, and considering that we just finished doing all 6 of the preview videos. If you haven't checked those out, make sure you go back and check those out. But we're finished them now that I have an idea where each team stands going into this season. Decided to kind of put out my own version of the power rankings. Doesn't mean anything really. There's a lot of these teams are super close together. So I'm just gonna get things going. Very first up, got the Baltimore Orioles. I have them as the number 30 team. I don't think this is too much of a surprise. They were a poor team last year. Don't really expect too much improvement, and they have one of the toughest schedules out there. Number 29, I've chosen the Miami Marlins. Kind of the same situation. They're the worst of the National League East, and really tough schedule. They're gonna have trouble against all these teams. At least these teams will play each other, and maybe that'll help settle the score for the power rankings. Number 28, I got the Royals. American League Central team. I know in the preview video, they're really neck and neck with Detroit. I gave the slight edge to Detroit. Just my own thoughts on that. 27, though, I do have the Pirates in between them. I think the Pirates are taking a big step back this year, and they have a lot of work to do to be able to compete with the rest of these teams up here. Next up, number 26, Detroit Tigers. Kind of what I just said. Central, kind of expected to be not too good. I gave the slight edge over the Kansas City due to pitching, but really all these teams in the bottom row are going to be having long seasons. Number 25, I got the Giants. National League West. Gave them a slight edge over these teams because I felt like their pitching was a little bit better than the rest of them. But really, by the end of this, all these teams could be swapping around, but kind of consider them the bottom tier of the league. Moving on up, number 24, the Seattle Mariners. I think the Mariners just took a big step back from last year. I don't really see them doing too much surprising stuff. Number 23, got my Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto just found out that they're not playing in Canada. I think that really hurts their chances this year, to be honest. Not having that home field, not having that home. They're really just playing a temporary stadium. I don't think it's been announced yet. By the time this video comes out, it might have been. But number 23, I do got them. Moving on, number 22, Colorado Rockies. These are my two teams holding up on the bottom. The Rockies are in for a pretty long season. I think it's going to be interesting how the DH turns out to play for them, but they're not projected very well in Vegas. Kind of played into my ranking here with them. Going on up, I got the Texas Rangers. So interestingly enough, these two are kind of going to be playing each other in the West. So battle of the second bottom tier. Number 20, Milwaukee Brewers. I think Brewers just aren't the team they were the past 2 years. They're gonna really hope Yelich can carry this load. However, I don't see the pitching being able to keep up with the rest of the Central, and that the teams that are competing at least. Got this White Sox at number 19. Now this is probably a little bit higher than they would have been over the past couple of years. The trajectory for the White Sox is looking positive. But yeah, so I think they're looking to take a step forward. Will they be able to crunch into up there? That's what this season's going to be really all about for them. Number 18, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks. I really like their addition of Madison Bumgarner. I think he's not done yet, so be ready for something there. What are we at? 17. We got the Boston Red Sox. They lost Mookie. That's a big thing. They don't have Sale. I don't expect them to make any big splashes. This is probably where I expect them to end up for the rest of the season. Number 16, got the Padres. The biggest difference between the Padres and Boston here for me is that the Padres have potential to be up. Hence why I gave them the slight edge, at least at this point in time. Number 15, the Reds. Not sold completely yet. I got to see how the Reds players, the ones they signed, the big ones, how they do. Could easily push them up though. But for now, they're a new team with a lot of new players. So until they get their chemistry together, they're going to be right smack dab in the middle of the league. Next up, 14, I got Tampa Bay Rays. Rays are they have a tough schedule, but they've proven in the past that they can throw down with all these American League East teams. So for now, I got them slightly above the middle, and we'll see if they can improve on that matter. Number 13, I gave it to the Oakland A's. Gave them the slight edge over the Rays. Similar teams, similar makeups. I'd give the slightly easier schedule to the A's. As you can see, yeah, they got West, four West teams below them, whereas Tampa Bay only has 3. Next up, number 12, New York Mets. It's really tight, getting up to the point now where all these teams could really be interchanged. They're like the tier below the top tier that I have. And that's where the Mets are. And I got number 11, St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals have a lot of space to make up. They want to take this division for sure. They're going to be battling the Cubs in my predictions for that top spot. I just think, personally, the Cubs have the pitching advantage, as well as some of the all-star advantage, assuming Rizzo is back and playing his game. Number 10, got the Cleveland Indians. Until I can see that they're not going to compete for the central lead, I think they're still a top 10 team, until I'm told otherwise, really. Number 9, LA Angels. This is the year they're going to start trending up. Mike Trout's playing. They made some additions. They're really hoping to take that step forward. Ohtani, I really am looking excited for him. What he can do in the 60-game season is going to be very interesting to watch. Number 8, the Chicago Cubs. I just think they're the best team in the Central. However, the Centrals don't match up to be the strongest divisions. If I had to say, it's probably the weakest schedules for both. They won't be seeing action against a lot of these top tier teams this season, so I really think the Cubs should be able to have a good shot at taking this Central, and that's why I have them so high. Number 7, I got the Twins, kind of the same boat. The only difference is they have Cleveland right on their heels for the division. Other than that, Twins, can they repeat from last year? They've made some additions. They're going to be missing Pineda until late September though, so if they can get through it and be right in there when he comes back, it's going to be nothing but good things. Number 6, I got the Phillies. It's going to get kind of crowded here at the Easts. Got quite a few East teams in the top here, which kind of goes to show that it's going to be tight battles for playoffs. And really, this could be where the playoffs get started. Wild cards and stuff are going to be coming out of the East for me. Phillies, strong team, strong lineup, strong pitching. I think they're all around team. And Harper, he missed out on his World Series with Washington, so maybe he'll have some retaliation for them this year. Number 5, I got the Atlanta Braves. So this is my prediction for the top. Oh no. Wow. Never mind. Forget that. Braves, solid team. Freddie seems to be, he'll be back. I just really love this team. So I don't know if it's a little bit of a bias in there, but I think they're a top 5 team in this league right now with Acuna, Freddie, and really a solid pitching. Number 4, I'm giving it to them, even though they're garbage can hitting. They're not garbage. They're garbage can hitting team. The Astros. Giving them the benefit of the doubt that even without that cheating, they still would be a very strong team. Pitching's solid, and the batting lineup, I think, is solid, assuming. Number 3, I'm not putting them at the top, but I'm giving them respect. Number 3, I'm going to the Nationals. They did win it all last year, and I can't put them in the top 2 because these top 2 teams, I think, are just light years ahead of the rest of the league right now. But got to give them respect. They're number 3 going into this season, even though they lost Zimmerman, they lost Rendon. Just until they get dethroned a bit. They do have a lot of teams right on their heels. So really you can see I'm lining up the National League East as the powerhouse. So number 2, got the Yankees. Tanaka's out, but that's not really the difference maker here. I just giving number 1 to the Dodgers. They have more experience. They've been there before. They've been to the series. The Yankees right behind them. They're both favored to win their respected leagues this year right now. And really, I can't argue it. It's the Dodgers throwing to lose. If the Yankees come out really firing and the Dodgers come out slow, they'll overthrow them. And that's really all there is to it. Tight race up here with these kind of 8 teams, I'll say, and then 9. These guys are all threatening. And then for me, up and coming kind of stops here. So that basically is how I'm looking at the power rankings going into the season, how I kind of see the divisions lining up. And then that's pretty much it. If you guys hate it, let me know. If you guys think some of them are pretty close too, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the power rankings. I'm going to be updating these every week, so make sure you follow the season.